Hey, I'm Swathy Sivaraman, CEO and Principal Architect for Storyboard Design, a luxury turnkey company, interior design company based out of Bangalore, and you are watching me at Designing Legends.
This episode is brought to you by Hey Concrete.
Now, with rustic and contemporary being a very big norm in the industry, concrete and those concrete textures have started playing a very, very vital role in design. We need to ensure that they are also complying with certain, green standards, or they are, sustainably driven. So that's the place where some players take precedence over the other, and they've come out as a clear winner where, example like Hey Concrete, I think because they have this green certification, it just made it very easy for me to use it into the space, although they were concrete panels.
Designing Legends, where visionaries gather.
The entire vision and mission of my company is to ensure that we give luxury across all genres, be it residential, commercial, or corporate. And the idea is to ensure that we are customizing it to reflect the personality of the clients that we are dealing with, and how we can transform a space to tell a story. And we have done a lot of projects, whether it is institutional, whether it's corporate, whether it's residents. And the whole idea is that we keep wanting to innovate ourselves, not just in terms of designs, but the kind of materials that we can use into the space and how we can bring this whole thing together. One such project very close to our heart was the Kalyan corporate office, which we recently designed and executed in Bombay. Company, basically, they were shifting their base from Thrissur to Mumbai, and they wanted us to kind of design a space that would reflect their company's legacy, their ethos, and also bring in what they truly stand for. That is, they've been in the industry with a great amount of reputation and one of the finest jewelers in the country as well. Another important aspect that we had to consider in while doing this project was the entire building was a green certified building. So when we embarked on the interiors, it was very important that the entire interiors also was all done with eco-friendly, sustainable measures. And so, having done my master's in sustainable architecture from Harvard, I thought that this would be the right platform for me to ensure that I'm bringing all of these expertise and making the entire project completely sustainable. So when we started researching on various products, we were very clear that, I had actually come across Hey Concrete when I was there in dialogues in 2023. So they were also one of the people who were there, and when I saw their products, it kind of immediately resonated with the fact that, I really loved the fact that they were transforming concrete into a more artistic manner. So that was something that really caught my attention, and I had them in my mind, of course. So then when we started designing Kalyan, the first concept that we wanted to bring was, because every floor had a different theme, we wanted to ensure that the lift lobby, as they enter into the space, we wanted to ensure that an identity is created floor wise. So with this in mind, what we thought was, it immediately struck me that, there was concrete panels which were done in different shapes and forms. So we said, why not take that and make that the basis for all the floors. So when you look at the first floor, which was the diamond floor, we've used a beige concrete, which is more like an arched panel. So we kind of, juxtaposed it with like, plain ones with some kind of arches. We kind of created the entire model around it, and we had a beautiful seating in front of it with a planter. So it just kind of gave the right prelude to the entire space. And then the same thing in the second floor we went with, because it's diamonds and it had like, diamonds have these sharp cuts, right, the triangular. So we took that and we kind of translated that into a entire design on the lift lobby of the second floor. And to the third floor, which was a complete startup, and the entire concept itself was a lot of rattan. We wanted to use concretes, we wanted to use color blocking, and a lot of arches became the basis of the design of the third floor. So what we did was we used the Hay Concrete's arch panels over there to create the prelude to the space, and against that we gave a beautiful pink color bolstered seating, which is actually my most favorite among all the 3 floors, and kind of gave that super fun vibe as soon as we entered into the space. Apart from that, we were also stuck at one point, like I told you, that in the ground floor we could not really use any kind of enclosed walls, and there was a ramp, and right adjacent to the ramp was this supposed to be this waiting lounge for all their clients. And the corporate office has a lot of their suppliers and high-end clients coming in. So that was the first place where they had to wait, and we wanted to create a really jewel-like space with a lot of outdoory feel. So we wanted to mix luxury with a little bit of outdoor luxury and indoor luxury kind of a space. So what we did, we kind of came across their Brezza blocks, and we painted them white, and we put them across an entire span of, I think, almost 50-60 feet. So what it did was, it not only provided the light, it provided filtered light, and also the sunlight which was going to come from the direction also immediately got completely filtered, because we couldn't use too much AC over there as well, because like I said, we could not build full walls. So this was something that really came handy for us. It kind of brought the entire theme into the space, and apart from that, I think it gave a very, very luxurious artistic touch. And just love the fact that there were so many colors that we could play with. But of course, considering that the grays and the beige were timeless, we went with those colors in the end of it for all of this space. So I think they have played a very major role in bringing the concept together. So I'd like to really thank them on that. And also I think we had a fantastic experience with them, because they were very clear in coming and ensuring that the site was kind of a recce was done, and then they ensured that the entire surface preparation was discussed with us, and even the person who came to lay it, we got it from their team itself. So they really extended that help also to us. And when we had to put these modules together, we kind of ensured right from the joints to how the entire pattern came and culminated together. I think it really gave a beautifully visually striking space.
This episode is brought to you by Hay Concrete. Designing legends where visionaries gather.